Now it's time to play. We are in the chapter where we are going to apply everything that we've learned. We've learned our skills, we learn our strengths, we learn how to communicate, we learn about the body language, and now it's time to play. What we do before play, we make sure we are hydrated, we have enough water, we have enough energy when we have to build that energy. What do we do to build the energy? Do you remember? So what I invite you to do, stand up for 30 seconds and please follow my moves. And it will be very hard. Usually if there is another person, we follow each other. However, in this case, play. I invite you to play with me for 30 seconds and then we are going to continue. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, stand up, start dancing. How do you feel? Moving is energy. Moving your body is energy. What we're going to learn in this module, we're going to explore about rapport. What is rapport? We're going to have a scenario for your interview. We're going to prepare for the interview and I'm going to share a 30-second tip. A tip which can be done in 30 seconds. How can I achieve in only 30 seconds immediate rapport? How can that person, what can you say, what can you do so that person likes you in the first 30 seconds? So we're going to discuss that in the interview phase. You're going to learn a couple of techniques for negotiation, especially when it comes to the salary. I think we all want more money, isn't it? And then we're going to nail it. What to say at the end, how to live with a very good impression, and how you show them the value, what you can do for them. And we do that at the very end. So to start, what I like to start is first the rules. Make sure that the phone is somewhere in a different place on a silent mode, ideally under the duvet or in a place where it cannot disturb you. Make sure there are no disruptions for the next hour when we're watching the structure, or while you're watching this video, make sure there's no distraction. Also, have some water. Have a glass of water before. Hydration is very important, and also prepare a paper and a pen next to you. Before we start, what I like to do is to recap. I like to look back on the section 1. So in section 1 we've covered the goals, we covered the values, the strengths. We know our strengths now. We've seen we do the visualization. How is the visualization exercise? You enjoy it? We do the visualization and now we're looking back on what we achieved. On the second part, what are when somebody is talking or is talking on the communication, if I say, oh, the weather seems, I see nice weather outside. I'm visual, auditory, kinesthetic, which one I am? Well done, I see nice weather. Oh, it sounds like it's raining outside. How it sounds. Oh, it feels cold here. How I am when I say it feels cold. I'm kinesthetic, indeed. And let's give another example. I feel great now. I feel a lot of energy. Kinesthetic as well. I see you are loving the program. I see, it's visual, thank you. So this is how we can apply, this is how we can understand. And then if you look in the communication, what is the most important thing in a communication? Is listening. Do you remember what was number 2? It was, what do you, when you communicate with someone, what you don't like, when you communicate with passion, with fire, what you don't like to be interrupted. So interruption. And when somebody else talks with passion and they are on fire, what we can do once we have the feeling that they finish, what do we do in that moment? It is how many seconds? 3 to 5 seconds. Pause. We pause. We see if they finish. And what follows after the pause, what we can do. If you're not quite clear about the message, what we can do, what question we can ask. Clarification question. And what comes after that? What questions we can ask to develop a conversation? Starting with, thank you. And what questions we should ask? What are the type of questions we should not ask? They can lead to shortening the discussion. Which are these? What about our voice? When we want to express something with energy, how our voice should be? Or we want somebody to focus on what we say. What do we do with our voice? Is there any difference? That's tonality, isn't it? And very important is when somebody says something, when they share something with us, what do we say in return? How do we show appreciation? Will be that important? If somebody gives you a gift, what would you expect them to say? Thank you. And at the end is empathy. We empathize with them. So these were a couple of important things. What about body language? How I am now? What about now? And now? Now? So you can see the body language. Try to take me serious when I say something and I'll do this. So let's think of something serious. Philosophy. Philosophy is a very important aspect of the life. Would you take me seriously? I hope you take seriously what I say. It was only an exercise of body language. And this is the body language. When I say this, when I do this, what do you think? What is the impression that you have? I'm going to be crazy. It is the practice, is the exercise. So this is why it's important. I invite you to practice, and I hope you practice all this, because practice, it takes you, practice, it makes you different. It makes you to shine from everybody else. So now, let's continue. It's time for action.